Today and yesterday we organized a peer review. We invited 7 experts in total from 4 different countries to visit Roermond. Yesterday we had a couple of sessions where they took a look at Roermond. They heard things from us, but they also talked to residents of the municipality, to entrepreneurs, in order to get an image of what our city is about and what it looks like and what problems you might have, or what possibilities there are to improve our mobility situation, also the retail situation.
The structure of this presentation is based on 3 issues. So we will have, first we start with some key questions. Then we will discuss some, we identify some thematic issues where we might have some ideas or suggestions. And we finish with a real advice for the, as we call it, key priorities, advice for your, for the SUMP. Some key questions first. Well, we start very general. Which kind of city you want to be? Well, I live in Rotterdam, and in Rotterdam for many, many years we had these discussions about are we a city with a port or a port with a city? As you know, Rotterdam is a very large port. And for many years we had a port with a city. And now it's changing. I say, no, we have a city with a port. In a provocative way, we might say, are you a city with an outlet center, or are you an outlet center with a city? You focus on detail, like which kind of brand has to be on the outlet center. Are you also considering the big picture? The fact that, well, those people want to attract 10 million visitors by car every year? Question mark. Again, you don't have to answer now. Don't worry. There was a specific question. Are we going to, do we have to build more? More asphalt, more capacity? Is that what you want? Or maybe something else? What about the 1.5 million visitors? So if I say 1.5 million visitors, do you know what I'm referring to? No, that's good. Well, we said apparently 25% of the visitors of the outlet center come to the city also. After the outlet center, they walk to the city. More or less, it should be around 6 million per year. So more or less, you should have 1.5 million visitors a year here, additionally to what the other might be. So these might be some key questions you want to answer again. Then we focus on the more retail aspect that is a little bit less related to the mobility, but this project, as Jan said, is the link between retail and mobility. And in terms of retail, we say, well, what is the interaction with the outlet center? Do you want more visitors coming to the city center? Actually, that 1.5 million is enough, is too less, is too much? Or do you want more simply to spend more money and to stay longer? Some people say, well, instead of from daily trips, we want to have overnight stays. Do you have the right shops? Something that we found quite astonishing, that in the outlet center, everything is in multiple languages, and you cross the bridge, and there's only Dutch. But then you cannot complain if Chinese people don't spend anything, because they don't understand that there is opruiming here. They don't know what does it mean. Then you cannot complain, yeah, they have spent all the money in there. But there is a huge difference. Here you invest in flowers, but you have 1.5 million people coming here, not for the flowers probably, but even if the Netherlands is famous for the flowers, but they're already here. And simply signs in several languages might help, maybe. So, and then in terms of shops, do you have the right shops for these people? Who are these people actually? Do you know who are these people? What do they want actually? So branding and city marketing becomes very important. So when it comes out to, we try to give some key priorities. So there are 2 or 3 messages. I say, please take home, forget the rest of the presentation, but take home the 3 messages. Governance, getting information, a soft measure. What does it mean? Governance. Well, I know, so yes, we have a city vision, city aim, well, wonderful. But I think on these 4 words, please focus only on the balance. I think you should rediscuss the balance you have with the outlet center. On paper, it seems that you work together wonderfully. It seems to us a little bit less, it doesn't seem to us that they really care about. I would say they don't care about you, I know that might be politically sensible, but I think you should find some balance. Again, do you want to become a city with an outlet center or an outlet center with a small city attached to it, that every now and then people can go there? So you need a right strategy, and again, well, consider all the stakeholders. And I know that are important. I come in the city of Rotterdam, the port still is dominant. Okay, but you have to consider also other stakeholders. It's not only be only focus on one. It's not usually does not help. Information. In English, we translate it with the numbers tell the tale, but it's actually meten is weten. Okay. Who are the people that come here? Actually, we found this a little bit shocking that you have no idea how people come here to the city. You want to make, actually, what do you want to do? You want to improve what? You don't know how they are coming here, so what do you want to improve? We heard several times we should make more in terms of biking and cycling, but, sorry, that sign? The door. Oh, the door is, sorry. We should make you said you should improve biking and cycling, but if I ask you how many people bike and cycle in the city, you don't know it. So why it should be more, actually? Okay, you know, this in the other cities is better, but it's very important. You lack of critical data. The funny thing, when we ask it to the VOC, the DOC, the outlet center managers, well, you're going to build this huge parking facility that costs us a lot of money. We ask, do you know the model split of your customers? So how do they come here? Say, no, we don't. Not even interested in. So they assume that everyone is going there by car. Please, this is something that goes back also to the other issue of balance. Sooner or later, you have to deal with the issue that all these people cannot come by car. You cannot expect 10 million people per year coming by car to Roermond. Forget about that. And if you want to invest in public transport, you already know it's already too late. Because if they aim at 10 million in 2020, it's already too late. So just make use of creativity. But you have sooner or later to discuss with them the possibility to open up the fact that might be someone not coming by car. Because it's really, capacity is too much. Okay. And make use of them, actually. They have a marketing budget that probably is 10 times, if not 20 times, or 30 times your marketing budget. Well, make use of them. They register all the data. Well, ask them. They told us at 10 o'clock in the morning, we know already if we will be busy in the afternoon. My goodness, not even Rijkswaterstaat has this kind of information. So make use of them. Via social media, you can tell your people, hey guys, I'm sorry, today, this afternoon will be busy. You don't have to say stay home, you just say inform them, well, it will be busy. Well, make use of them, they have more money than you. And they take a lot of advantage of you, so do it the other way around. And finally, that's a soft measure. So the question, do we need more asphalt? The answer was no. You have to focus on soft measure. Soft measure is communication, is key, again. It's difficult, don't say it's simple. But it's key, absolutely. Not investing in communication is the biggest mistake you can do. Marketing is also very important, not only from a retail point of view, but also from a transportation point of view. Again, you have to consider the fact that there is a development going on there that don't really care less about your SAMP. You have to consider this. If they plan more and more people by car, you can also upgrade your station to a regional hub, but probably no one will come here, okay? And again, make use of them. They have more budget than you. They can collect more information more easily than you. And probably they also have money they can spend about that. I would like to invite the author of this picture to take the credit and blame for that. So, Tony, if you want to continue this.
Yes, thank you. It actually summarizes what Giuliano said, and also a collection of the team input. It's actually two triangles. On the lower hand side, it's the we call it the dock triangle, and on the upper hand side, it's your inner city triangle. As Julian and the team stated, we have this feeling that there is some sort of a disbalance between those two triangles. the focal point should be the people visiting either the outlet center or your inner city, and the goods which are transported either within your inner city or the outlet center, and try to not only focusing on how can we get those visitors to come to our city and spend their money and time in our shops, but think about the strength of your inner city, the historical dynamics of the inner city of Roermond. And if you look at the right-hand side, I tweeted this afternoon, we're talking about the inner cities of Roermond. It's not actually a joke, but the inner cities. So think about what kind of city do you want to be, as Giuliano stated. You know, the outlet center, the good thing is that they bring in people, they create jobs, they have the data inside, so there's a good edge to it. They bring livelihood to the region. But be smart and strengthen your own position as an inner city. Especially, it's one remark I want to make, looking at the, I think it's the Phase 4 development, in which they realize more stores. They start to fill in residential dynamics, so people living in that village, so it's not becoming a ghost village anymore. So those people will stay longer, they will attract more leisure activities. So the reason to visit your inner city will be reduced. I strongly advise you to take into account that impact. If you still, I'll just put it bluntly, if you still just looking at the big partner which will tell us what to do and strengthen your own position. So you should be at least as strong as a partner as the factory outlet is, because you have a lot to offer. Your inner city strength, the historical character, not focus on the visitors to come to your inner city to only visit the shops, but let them have good drinks and let them have a pleasant stay at the market square. Tell them about your history. So try to reposition your inner city from Roermond as a place to visit, which is worthwhile to visit. And my advice, also looking at the retailers and the F&B operators, if you still continue to think that you have to be a counterbalance to the retail power of the outlet center, forget it. So start to think about what you can do to counterbalance as an inner city of Roermond. And that's the role of the municipality, I would say. So use the strength of your partner, but also enlarge your own strength. Otherwise, especially with the Phase 4, maybe Phase 5 development, you're facing troubles if you're not moving as an inner city.